We'll gather round, folks, from the hills to the plains. This here's a tale of a man who broke chains. Donald Trump, the boss, with a heart full of fire, fighting communism, lifting America higher. He took a bullet for us, stood tall in the fray, while socialists scheme to take freedom away. From the White House to the border, he's kicking ass strong, making liberals squirm, 'cause he's right all along. He built that big wall, 400 miles tall, kept the invaders from taking it all. 7 million jobs, economy roaring like thunder, unemployment low, families rising from under. Tax cuts for workers, no tax on your tip, overtime free, no more socialist grips. Energy king drilling all day and night, affordable gas putting green dreams aflight. Oh, Donald Trump, fighting the red tide wave, crushing communism, making America brave. He took a bullet for freedom, bled on that stage. Liberals hate him 'cause he's winning the page. From sea to shining sea, red, white, and blue, he's kicking ass daily, seeing us through. God bless the USA, land of the free. Trump's our fighter eternity. Space Force Command, AI leading the way. Genesis mission, cancer dying each day. Trade deals with steel, tariffs hitting them hard. No more endless wars, peace in our yard. Serious sanctions lifted, freedom rings loud. Global alliances making us proud. Western hemisphere strong, security tied. No room for socialists in this patriotic fight. Oh, Donald Trump, fighting the red tide wave, crushing communism, making America brave. He took a bullet for freedom, bled on that stage. Liberals hate him 'cause he's winning the page. From sea to shining sea, red, white, and blue, he's kicking ass daily, seeing us through. God bless the USA, land of the free. Trump's our fighter eternity. Minnesota's mess, fraud running wild, Somali scams stealing billions undefiled. Tampon Tim dancing, letting it slide, but Trump's calling justice, turning the tide. Feeding fake futures, daycare doors locked, healthcare highs, Trump's got them shocked. Nick Shirley's light, shining truth on the scene. Citizen heroes, keeping it clean. Protests ridiculous, anti-law clowns banging pots in the streets, shutting down towns. Ice out for good, now that's chaos they crave. Trump's enforcing order, the brave in the grave. Took a bullet in, but a fist in the air. Fight he roared, showing he cares. Liberals screaming 'cause he's right and he's bold. Successful as hell, turning lead into gold. He better get that Nobel for peace. He's the king, bringing freedom worldwide. Hear liberty ring from Iran to the borders, kicking ass every day, handling crises like wildfire, clearing the way. Socialists hating, but truth's on his side. Patriotic powerhouse with God as his guide. Dems in disarray, losing their grip, working class turn and jump in the ship. High prices fall and confidence high. Trump's Genesis plan touching the sky. No kings, rallies, flop, hypocrisy clear. Free Matero, cheers, man, that's queer. Gays for Hamas, what a twisted game. Trump's fighting real evil, calling it by name. Old Donald Trump, fighting the red tide wave, crushing communism, making America brave. He took a bullet for freedom, bled on that stage. Liberals hate him cause he's winning the page. From sea to shining sea, red, white, and blue, he's kicking ass daily, seeing us through. God bless the USA, land of the free. Trump's our fighter eternity. Oh, Donald Trump, fighting the red tide wave, crushing communism, making America brave. He took a bullet for freedom, bled on that stage. Liberals hate him cause he's winning the page. From sea to shining sea, red, white, and blue, he's kicking ass daily, seeing us through. God bless the USA, land of the free. Trump's our fighter eternity. Eternity. God bless America, folks.
All right, everybody. We are here, the sights and sounds of Earth. And I gotta tell you, it's been a hell of a couple of days here. For those of you who don't know what's going on, we just had the shift over tonight to our new studios. And so anyway, what we got basically is last night I got really ill. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. It was one of those things where I hate to be too graphic, but let me just put it this way. It came across like food poisoning. But that couldn't be possible because I don't think I've ate nothing but fast food for 3 days. I don't know what it would be. All that over-processed corporate food generally doesn't do it to you. But anyway, so I had a really bad night last night, and then I had to get up this morning. I went into the studio. I'm going to try during the show tonight. There's something I want to bring to you guys. It's all going to be part of a video that I'm making, but it went so well this morning. I cannot believe I can't find that phone right now. Oh, there it is. I'm so tired I can't even think right now. Anyway, I do want to go ahead and welcome everybody in. Welcome everybody. This is Starship Adventures. My name's Ian, and we are live tonight. I don't even have everything turned on. That's how you can tell it's kind of crazy. I got home 22 minutes ago, and I'm live. So I got home 22 minutes before air, about 33 minutes ago. And I am live. So there you go. That's the best I can do for you guys. But we are here. It's not gonna be but an hour and a half tonight. I'm gonna have to sign off. I've got a busy ass day tomorrow like you wouldn't believe. I gotta go back in for a while to the new studio. And there's just a lot going on. So I'm not sure exactly how long I'm going to be on. But anyway, tomorrow night, programming note, tomorrow night, it's going to be a short show, and it's going to probably be mobile, and I'm probably going to do it from my phone. So I'm just going to come in, say hi to everybody, 30 minutes maybe on the road, maybe an hour, so that way we can still have a show tomorrow night, but it's not going to be a full studio show. Then the next thing, Saturday during the day, I'm going to be doing quite a bit of live broadcasting from Hamcation, which is the largest ham radio festival, the third largest in the country. And so we're going to be doing that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And so with that going on, Saturday night, I'm not sure what the show is going to look like Saturday night. If we get back in time for me to set up my laptop and a camera and all that, then I'm going to try to bring more of a full show. But it's probably not going to be, it's probably going to be some kind of abbreviated show. But I will have brought you live programming through the day. So it's one of those kind of things where I'm just kind of stuck with it. And then Sunday, all next week, Sunday through next week, we'll have a regular show. So my studio is moving. We moved. We're done. And this building that we left has had broadcasts going out of it for 70 years. It started way back with the first news talk station on radio, and then eventually the first TV station, WINK, in Southwest Florida. It was the first time people in Fort Myers were able to watch TV without watching it through a snowstorm, because we never had local TV up until that moment. My mother was watching the day that they were testing the transmitter and about to go on the air. They were watching. There is so much noise going on outside, and I have no idea what's going on out there. Crazy. It's crazy town in here tonight. I don't know why. Mama, you're walking right on the keyboard. I guess that's okay. I mean, you know, hey, you didn't take it off the air, so I guess it's all right, right? She's up my ass because I've been gone all day, which means she's been in here all day long without nobody to pet her, and that's been a rough day for her too. So we both had a rough day today. Watching from Kissimmee, Florida. There you go. Know Kissimmee well. I will be right near Kissimmee Saturday morning and through the day Saturday. We're going to be at the Orlando Convention Center for Hamcation. And so I'll be up in your neck of the woods. If you happen to be going to Hamcation, look for me. I will be out there. I'll be carrying around a monopole, taking all kinds of video, and I'll have my all my stuff out there. Anyway, no, Heath. It's all the old stuff that we're not keeping is being donated to a broadcast college somewhere. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what or where. But no, we're not even allowed to salvage equipment. They're very clear about that. And we took everything we needed for our studios, but that was it. They don't allow you to keep anything, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that's that. I will tell you this, Heath. That old board, you would have to not only have the board, but you would have to have the two blades that go with it, and you'd have to set up a rack, and you'd have to have a computer that drives it. It's a lot different than it used to be. It's not just a bunch of audio plugs in the back. These boards are integrated boards, and whoever gets them next needs to know what they're doing, or they're not going to be any good with it. As far as, you know, it needs to go to like the production company or something, and then it needs to be professionally installed. I'm sure you could figure it out, but you would need to make sure you got all the parts to it, not just the board. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, oh, really? That's interesting, Deploribus. Yellowstone. The caldera has raised up a few more inches, so there you go. We'll be watching that, too. We are watching Kilauea in Hawaii tonight, and we are watching Fuego in Guatemala tonight. And it's already did a big burp up just before we went on the air. Over on the upper right, it's the elbow room again. I've had several people tell me they kind of like keeping an eye on the elbow room, so I'll put it up from time to time. And with my short notice tonight getting on the air, I only had 21 minutes to put things up, so I just left it from last night. Lower right, that's the ICE facility in Portland, Oregon. And then above me, right over here, which way is it? I don't know. Anyway, that one right there. Yeah, Young Voices TV. Thank you for joining the crew. I appreciate it. Welcome aboard the Starship. We're on every night at 9 p.m., except when I'm deathly ill. Okay, and right above me here, as soon as that thing disappears, right above here, this one is an upright that's coming out of Minneapolis, and it purports to be a live protest. And I see 4 people holding signs. Down in Portland, there's one YouTuber, one protester, one bystander. It's really weak, but I'm showing it anyway. The funniest thing about this picture is I don't know if they're using a tripod or what, but the camera continues moving the entire time. So I don't know. They're not holding it, I don't think. It's almost like it's on a tripod, but they can't leave it alone or something. But anyway, we got that too. And so we're keeping an eye on the things that are going. If you guys find something that I should be putting up, let me know. Yeah, welcome aboard Young Voices TV. We're glad to have you. We do a lot of science and news, and we do a lot of storm chasing, paranormal research stuff, science fiction. We really go around the gambit, but we really try to come back to science each time. Ham radio, radio propagation, earth sciences, space weather, terrestrial weather, storm chasers. So I hope you guys enjoy it. This channel goes wherever the news goes, and I try to cover it professionally. But my experience, a lot of my experience, besides being in broadcasting, is in emergency services. I'm actually a retired fire chief, and I also was a deputy sheriff for a while, and emergency dispatcher. And I also was a comms specialist on the disaster response team for my county for many years. And so I have a lot of experience in public safety. So one of the things we do a lot of here is covering public safety from a multi-screen point of view. But I don't do generally like Nancy Grace stuff with crime, but I will cover it if it's breaking. Like right now, the stuff that's going on with Guthrie is breaking. And so we are covering it, but I don't dwell on past occurred stuff when it comes to crime drama and stuff like that. So that's pretty much where we stand. I'm a broadcaster currently. I work at 92.5 Fox News in Fort Myers, and we just today began to broadcast out of our new, brand new studios. And it's been an absolute challenge today to get everything on. But we did manage to get everything on, and that's probably the best thing I can tell you about today. We did really good. I mean, it was I was very nervous and upset. I don't know if that's why I'll be honest with you guys. I'm honest with you guys. I tell you about everything, right? I don't even know if that's why I got sick last night. I'm not saying it's not or it is. But yeah, I'm telling you, I actually think that I probably got sick last night. Something about that. It was just, I don't know. It was difficult. I was really worried about today's show, and guess what? It went great. My boss was there, very supportive. Our production director, Jake, good friend of mine, was there, very, very supportive. Cameron, our tech. And the company that we've hired, all there to make sure we went on the air tonight, and it went good. We had one little 2-minute glitch, and it went really good. Well, thank you, thank you, Manic. I hope I said that right, Manic 4070. Thank you for that, and I will roll that back into the studio as always. I just recently purchased 2 OBS bot cameras, and also several pieces of audio equipment with super chat money. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Well, thank you very much. My retirement goals is to spend my retirement with you on the road in my van with probably Ed Earl and Mama Bleep if she's still around. She's been pretty sick lately, but I plan to go on the road, and yeah, we're going to do it. And I'm going to go to each if you guys want me to, I'll stop by your house and we will host a show. Yes, my studio here survived. We were ground zero. That's Ed. Let me go see if he wants in. Come on, Ed. What do you want, buddy? What's wrong, Goo? Come on up and see everybody. There we go. Bye. That was Ed Earl, or as we call him, the Flash. He'll be back. He literally comes in here to see if she's got better food than he's got out there. You know how cats are, dude. And now she's gonna go make sure he knows that he's in her house. I know cats, dude. I'm in their brain all the time. I got them figured out. Yep, Ed Earl's here. He's here tonight. So there you go, Ed Earl. I called him Earl Grey. That was the original name, after John Luke's tea. But Carlotta actually renamed him Ed Earl because named after the character in Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, played by Burt Reynolds, Sheriff Ed Earl. And so that's where he ended up getting the name. So if you want to know, that's what happened right there. I'm going to show you guys a video. I don't do this a whole lot, but I shot a video this morning. Our broadcast center, I want to talk a little bit about our broadcast center tonight. I'm going to show you guys a few pictures of what was my broadcast center and what is my new broadcast center. And I've got some pictures here. I'm using a third-party type deal here through a phone, so I'm not sure how this is going to work, but let me see if I can get it to work here. I need large icons. There we go. All right, let me see if I can find the exact right video that I want to play for you guys. I think it's this one. All right, and then I'm going to have to set it up, so you're going to have to give me just a second here. Why won't it just play? I just want it to play. Play. Can't you? Oh, it has to download it to play it. Well, ain't that great? All right, well, let's give it 2 minutes to download. Let me set up my left screen here for you guys. I'll play it in the big window. I don't want to miss anything in Portland, though. I mean, we might miss 1 or 2 protesters showing up or something. Now, this just shows you guys how big of a joke this is. It's a freaking joke. I don't mean, you know, these protests are just stupid. They can't even muster up 5 people to show up a night. They can't even, like, figure out shifts or something. Oh, I love Arby's. What's up with Arby's? Well, LS, I have a bunch of cats. I do rescues. I take in mamas and their kittens. I've taken on problem cases. Right now, I have 6 indoor, basically mostly indoor. They do go out in the yard, mostly indoor. And then I've got 4 that are pretty feral, but I'm slowly working on them, and they live outside. So about 10 cats. But my cats are very special to me. My cats are my kids. I've never had kids. So it's kind of one of those things where, you know, my cats are my kids type of thing. And so, there he is. There's Eddie. What you doing, buddy? Yeah, he's such a beautiful cat. This cat, he's 10 now, and he's starting to brown a little bit, because gray cats turn brown, just like brown cats turn gray. But anyway, he... oh, here comes Mama. Y'all don't start. I call him my pet store kitty, and you want to know why? Because this cat wouldn't have lasted 3 hours in a pet store, and they would have bought him. He is the most beautiful cat I've ever had, and he wandered up here one day, and he's a pet store cat. He's purebred something or other, and very beautiful steel gray, and so there you go. That's my Ed Earl. He sleeps right next to my pillow every single night. In fact, if I'm on the air past 11 o'clock, he will come to get me, to tell me that I need to get my ass in there and go on the air. So anyway, where did that go? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. And it's not there. Son of a bitch. And it's gonna have to download the whole thing again. I give up. Let me see. Maybe I got it here. Hold on. Stop. All right, Ed. All right. Let me see if I can get this to play for you guys in the left screen here. Left screen. All right, I'm going to turn this all the way up. I hope it's loud enough that you can hear it. This is the morning show this morning with Jason Jones. And Jason, as he used to be called when he was in rock and roll, Jason Big Mama Jones. And he is a great morning show host. He hosts Daybreak with Jason Jones every morning from 92.5. What was that all about? There's food everywhere now. God damn it. Food just went everywhere all over the studio back there. It went everywhere. Yeah, he's like a Russian blue. He's very steel gray, very steel. All right, so anyway, I'm going to play this. I've got it turned up really loud, so hopefully you guys will be able to hear it. This is the last broadcast from our building. Now, I know to you guys it don't mean nothing like it does to me, but I just want to play it for you guys. It's like less than 4 minutes. Matter of fact, it's 3 minutes and 21 seconds. This is the very last broadcast and shutdown from the broadcast center on Palm Beach Boulevard after 70 years of continuous broadcasting on this channel and on this radio and on this spectrum. And so I just want to play it for you guys. It means a lot to me. Here it is.
Hurricanes, economic crashes, everything that's happened in your news world. All the elections you could ever imagine.
You can hear me breathing. Just deal with it.
In this studio have seen personalities, news directors, engineers, producers from all around the world. And now we're about to do the last break inside this studio. This studio, I only got a chance to walk into 7 months ago. 7 months ago, I got to walk into the studio, and now this station is going to move to a brand new studio. It's been a wild ride from this very chair, this very console, and this very building. Thanks to every listener who made Daybreak what it is today, and allows me to continue it each and every day. That means the world to me. It's hard to believe that they allowed the newest guy on the station in the building to be the last guy that walks out the door. But I'm honored to be a part of this company. I'm honored to be a part of this station. And I'm honored that they allow me to be your voice each and every morning. It's something I take to heart and I love tremendously. So being here in this moment with you, Rob, and now I see Ian over here as well in the room with me today, as he's walked here to watch this last moment, as Ian has spent many years in this studio. Many years in this room, and now is going to close the door, turn off the lights, and walk out of this building for one last time. It's something I thought I would do on my way out when I quit and said I'd never want to do this again, but instead, we're going to a brand new facility. It's gorgeous. It's amazing. It's going to be flawless. You won't know the difference between when I turn off the microphone today and when you hear it go live with Glenn Beck afterwards. It'll sound just the same with Trey and everybody. You won't miss it. And the only mention you'll ever hear of it is right here, right now. I'm just telling you, it's about to happen in just a few minutes. So thank you very much to everyone that has listened. But we're not done yet. We're going to be in a brand new facility, making it great, doing great things, making radio great again. That's what we do. Thank you very much. All right, we got that off my... I felt like I wanted to speak my mind about this amazing studio and the fact that I was honored and amazed. And let me just tell you, floored by what this place looked like when I got the job here. The people in here, the operation of the process. Something I haven't experienced in radio in probably 25 years. And now I get to experience it again in a brand new facility. I work for a great company with a great group of people. The people here at 92.5 Fox News are like family to me, and I love them. We'll see you tomorrow.
that was it, guys. That was our final broadcast. 70 years in the broadcast center. After 70 years, that was finally our broadcast. And yeah, it's a little emotional for me. I was there 14 years in that building, and when I walked in that building, I felt the weight of the all the things that have happened there in the past, and all the many hurricanes and disasters and floods and fires and everything that's been covered out of that building, and all the news and the talk and the radio stations. I don't know if you guys realize it, but we have 2 network TV stations, and we have about 10 of them digital stations too, and we've got 10 radio stations, and we just bought a bunch more, and I'll get into all that eventually later once it's all finished up. But we just bought more TV stations and more radio stations. They're all going into this new building. This new building is like 100,000 square foot. It's like 80,000 square foot. I don't know the exact number. When you're at one end of the building, you can actually see the weather's different at the other end of the building. I've never worked in a building this big before. It's very, very crazy. And just an amazing building. I do think I can show you guys a few pictures here. We will eventually have it all set up to where you guys can see everything. And I'm going to do tours, and I'm going to do walk-in tours and all that. We want to wait till it's all ready to go. But anyway, here's a few pictures for you guys. This is the, let me zoom that up there. This is the new studio. This is my board. This is where I work as producer in the new studio. Now, you want to talk about high freaking ass tech. This board, I have never in my life worked on anything like this before in my life. You're like, what does all that mean? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. Oh my God. It looks better than the back end. But yeah. But yeah, look at this thing, man. You talk about a complicated, crazy board. Yeah, this this is what our room looks like. You can see here the call screener sits behind me, and then I sit in the front seat there, and that's where I produced the show. I just got done producing a show in there just an hour ago. So there you go, and it's great, amazing studio. But yeah, it's there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of movement, a lot of wheels and cogs that have to move exactly right. And when you're dealing with literally this much equipment, I mean, it's I can't understate how much equipment there is on the back end of this. The rack room is like this long ass room, but it has to control everything, you know, like the boards and you know, there's the board. Everything on that board is programmable, guys. Every single thing on that board is programmable. Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, blue is network. Yeah, we've got several network sliders. And yeah, the blue is network. Let's see, I've got a few other pictures of the board here. You might be able to see a little better in some of these. Yeah, on this board here, you can see my mouse, right? Yeah. Yeah, you've got your host and then your 2 guest mics. And then this one here is the remote host, if the host is on the Comrex or on the brick, meaning that they're remote. That's my mic. That's my call screener's mic. And then you just move across. This is my computer, and this is the calls. Notice this one's dark. Yeah, the phone system's not even working yet. They're still getting it working. We didn't do calls tonight. And then you look over here, and on this side of the board, you have this right here is the mix of what's coming out of the station computer. And then this is button bar A, button bar B, button bar C. And then this is Fox and Fox breaking. And then this one, oh Christ, I don't remember. This one's Wink. That's the Wink feed from the studio. Oh, I forget what that one is. But anyway, I remembered all of them except one. That's pretty good. But you talk about an absolutely amazing piece of equipment. FBI sources are now saying that the Pima County Sheriff's Department never officially asked for their help. They just kind of came and started helping. That figures. That's because there's some testosterone problems at Pima County we got to check out. All right, so anyway. Did I get any pictures of the freaking talk studio? I don't know. Anyway, this is what the outside of the building looks like. It's a big, huge building. This is the corner of it. And then it goes down for like a mile. Like I said, you can go in one door and come out in a different zip code somewhere. But yeah, we got the tower over top. We've got our STL tower. And this feeds video and audio to all of our tower sources out there. That's what they call primary STL, or site transfer, and it's the site transfer link, STL, and then they also have the IP STL, which is a backup link using the internet. Yeah, there's a bit of a piss and match going on, and it's all going to come out in the wash, and it's all going to be problems with testosterone. That's what it's going to be. But anyway, and then real quick here, just a few photos here. These were taken this morning in the old studio. This old studio looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Look at the cloud on the ceiling there, and it looks pretty nice, right? But remember, we were flooded there. We've been flooded 3 times. And so those baseboards aren't even tacked in. We just sat them up there so the place would look okay. They just everything was just put back just enough so that we could get by, because they knew we were moving to a brand new building. That's Jason Jones on the left, and that's his producer. And I'm good friends with these guys. That's Rob Barger on the right. And then on the right there, that's Jake. Jake's the one that taught me all about AI. He's the one that's been building all the AI and doing all that kind of stuff. So great bunch of guys. But yeah, look at this for the first time. We shut the computers down. We took all the mics and the mic arms, or not the arms, but we took the mics and the suspension systems and all the mic flags. We took everything we thought we might need. And then they're going to come in and they're going to scavenge this place out for whatever they can get. On what show? This show or that show? I don't have an exact... I never really had a plan to take calls on this show, although several have asked now, and ooh, look at that. There it goes. Boom! Wow. It probably would be a good idea at some point. I've also got Zoom. I pay for Zoom, and I can have people Zoom in as well. KF5IGH. Well, that's cool. Thanks for watching. Yeah, and that's a hell of a board. It's impressive, but it's also scary as hell, dude. You have no idea how scary this thing is. It keeps me up at night, all right? Because, you press the wrong button, it launches the photon torpedoes. And I'm just afraid I'm going to hit the wrong button and, I don't know, open a hatch into space or something. So I'm just kind of a little leery about it. The whole thing kind of bugs me. But anyway, so I just wanted to show you guys that this morning. Jason Jones giving a great send-off there. And then I took a bunch of B-roll footage. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I took a bunch of B-roll footage, basically, of us turning off the lights and all that. And so I'm putting together an entire video for this whole thing. It's going to be really cool. And here's a great shot. This was our host tonight. He's a fill-in host, a great guy. He's the PD of 96.9. He doesn't use his real name on the air. This is Rich Kolko, who's retired from retired Navy, retired FBI, and he is our safety and security specialist working with the TV, and he also does radio. And you can see what's neat about this picture. We're doing a live show. Look at the room. They were crawling under that table just an hour before we went on the air. They're still putting the room together. I mean, we made all the deadlines. We did everything we were supposed to do. But it sure is not buttoned up yet. It's not clean. You can see there we're still getting the mics mounted in this room. And his computers were all working and his buttons were all working, but the rest of it was in pretty rough shape. That should all be buttoned up by next week. And you can see the new little mic stand arms they got for us. We're not sure whether we're going to have the mics on the right or the mics on the left. We've got a bunch of the RE20s that are old, but they work great. Problem is they're not working as good with this new system. And so we might buy these other mics. We might get some more of these other ones. I'm not sure what they're going to do yet. They're going to try some new stuff tomorrow. Some of our RE20s are faded when they're getting back, and we're just having a hard time. So we're going to check all that out. There's so many moving parts, man. There is so many moving parts. And it was kind of fun today to do a show in a construction zone. But it's actually more done. Everything's done. We're down to just getting all the wires hooked up and getting all the panels put back and all that kind of stuff. So really cool. That's right, Heath. Yeah, even though I might be pressing the wrong buttons, I would know to direct the shields towards the bad guy. Unlike what's her face in Captain Shoeless, Shoeless Joe there in Star Trek. What is it? It's Kurtzman Trek, Woke Trek Academy. That's right. Yeah, no, I got it. We did okay tonight. I actually missed a break and was able to fill it and cover it, and nobody ever knew the difference. And so, you know, I had one on-air mistake tonight that I was able to cover, and it was clean. So I call it a clean show tonight, considering it wasn't perfect. We had the STL drop for about 2 minutes towards the beginning, which means that the site transmitter link, which is the STL, the site transmitter link had disconnected for a few minutes. Other than that, it was a flawless show. And like I said, our entire support staff and my boss was all standing right there to help. So we did good, and I was happy at the end because I'm like, oh my god, I can go home and sleep now. Yeah. So anyway, let me go ahead and turn that off there. I've got some other pictures. We'll see if I can pull those up too, but. I'll pull this one up. I'll let you guys see this. You're going to see all this on my documentary when I do it. But for right now, we'll just do it this way. You know, I would like to have just stayed in that building forever. I hate to admit it, because I'm such a nostalgic person to begin with, that I would have been fine just staying in that building. I just loved it. But that being said, we had outgrown that building. They had considered putting a 4-story parking garage in the back of that building with an addition of a new TV studio and some more offices in the back. And even that would have been a stopgap. And so I actually think that this is probably, as much as I have to drive further and everything else, this is what needed to happen. And the people that I work for, it's a private company. This is the largest private broadcasting company I think there is. I don't work for a stockholders. I work for a man, and he loves what we do, and I love it. I'm just 1 or 2 levels below the station owner, and I talked to he's running for Congress right now. Actually, my Jim Schwartzel running for Congress right now is. Hopefully he'll be our District 19 congressman down here. That would be cool. I don't know why that camera keeps moving like that. What are they? It's on a tripod. I don't understand it. I really don't. And by the way, the 3 protesters, or 1 protester, 1 bystander, and one YouTuber.
And, we just went through the building, shut off the.
Here we go. This is a little. This is raw, guys. I have not edited this yet. It's raw. This is producer Rob Barger and myself. We were the last two to leave the building today. Now, I mean, people will come back and clean it out and move equipment, but as far as production staff, we were the last two to leave the building today. And we shot just a little bit of video for you guys. And I just, like I said, all parts of this will be incorporated into the documentary I'm doing on the old building and the transfer to the new building. So let me see if I can, there we go. Like I said, this is Rob Barger. He is the other producer at work. He's my counterpart in the morning.
Producer to Drive with Trey Radel, and we just went through the building, shut off the lights for the last time. So, take a look down the radio hallways that are now dark and illuminated only with green exit signs. Everything else is turned off in this building.
Yep, I like to mention the fact that this building has had a radio or television signal emanating from it almost contiguously for 70 years. And
It's a heck of a history.
it's a hell of a history, and now it's this is it. We were the last show, and we just signed off, and our station was just switched over to the new facility.
Right now, there is nothing else coming out of this building.
That's it.
And that's it.
It's the end.
The end of the building. What they're going to do with the building, we don't know. They're showing it around right now. They're trying to find things to do, but I'm going to put this in here for posterity. I'm going to put this in here for posterity. I actually, let me switch. Whoops. That ain't going to work. Let me switch sides. Could I do it this way? Well, let's still get it done. All right. There we go. All right, guys, that's it. We're on the way out. The two producers of the two live shows here, the last two to leave the building.
For the last time.
Yeah, this is the final beam out. So there you go. It's a little nostalgic. It's a little weird. I've almost got like the chills. I feel a little weird. And I'm also a little nervous about producing for the first time in such a high-tech studio tonight. So
It'll be an interesting transition for sure. I've not been a member of this team for as long as Ian or Jake or Trey has, but it's been an honor to be a part of this, part of the company's history, to be the last show to broadcast from a building, and it's been an honor to be that bookend, honestly.
14 years I've worked here. I came here on a school tour when I was in 6th grade. We parked our bus right over there and walked through a door that no longer exists. And I got to watch them load carts in a cart machine for TV and things like that. So what a great history. What an amazing history this building has. And that's going to be it. And I wanted to say this one last thing for posterity. I actually believe that they're going to rip this down and build condos. If I had to put my bet on my money on something,
That was my theory too.
This will be condos.
And it's going to be a high rise.
Yeah, it'll be high rises right along with these other ones because they can go up 20, 25 floors here. The city will let them do 25 floors here. And so they're going to do it. And here's the thing. Right down here we got Beau Rivage, right? They built the first floor on that where the third floor would be. So it can flood up 12, 14, 15 feet of surge. Well, if they do the same thing here, this property is suddenly very valuable again. Where right now it's in a floodplain, maybe not quite as valuable. So there you go. All right, guys, well, that's it. Signing off. Signing off from here. This is the very last morning of the last broadcast from this building. WFSX 92.5 Fox News Fort Myers signing off. See y'all later.
I'm so sick of this audio thing. I'll be honest with you. I'm just going to sign off. I'm done. Whatever. Fuck. I don't even know what I said. Whatever. All right, I'm gonna go. I've had it, dude. My nerves are right on the edge, and I just produced a perfect show at work and come home and fucked it all up. So, anyway, still no audio. Fuck, I've got it turned on. I don't know. Okay, you can hear me now? Okay. I get aggravated because I don't have, it's a little teeny button I have to hit, and I don't, if I don't turn my mic off when I'm playing audio, you guys hear a slight echo, and it's annoying. So I try to turn my mic off when there's videos playing. That's Mama dragging stuff off the counter. She's rambunctious tonight. But I try to turn it off because I don't want you guys to see, to hear that weird echo, because it comes out of my speakers and goes into my microphone. It brings in an echo that's just a quarter second behind, and it makes it sound weird. But anyway, all right. So yes, I'm pooped. So we'll give it just a few more minutes here. Anything you want me to talk about real quick, throw it in a thing. I'm also, I don't know what, I'm getting some warning from YouTube too, and I don't know what that's all about. All right, so let's look back here. All right, let's just round up the news real quick and see what we got going on. I want to get you guys the latest on this. The FBI releases surveillance video. This is all old. Why is this old? Come on. Yeah, so I went in at 8:30 this morning, and I wanted to be there for the last broadcast in the building. I felt it was important, and Jake was there as well, and of course Rob and Jason. And so we hung around for a little while, and then we all headed over to the new building, all four of us, because we all had work to do. I spent the entire day, except for 1 hour, I went to grab a bite to eat. I spent the entire day there working with engineers, working with technicians, working through all kinds of audio chain problems and everything, and they've been great. And we got it on the air. I mean, we got the first show on the air. We were still configuring mics and stuff 2 hours before air. So it's a little crazy to think about it, and it makes you nervous. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe how close we cut that. But we did. I'm having a hard time getting this just to pull up Fox News. What's the deal? Oh God, now they're saying that the Arizona sheriff blocked FBI access to key evidence in the Nancy Guthrie case. This is ridiculous. I'm really sick of cops not working with other cops. It comes down to the fact that, cops over the last, and I'm pro law enforcement. Don't forget, I was a cop, okay? And I think it's important. I'm a retired fire chief, former law enforcement officer, and I think it's important to note that, because when I start bitching about cops, you have to understand it comes from where it comes from, okay? Cops have got such an ego issue right now. And we're having a real problem across the nation with cops and their egos. And this is a prime example of an ego problem at the top. Now, if you got an ego problem at the top, do you think this guy's deputies respect people's civil rights? Probably not. I mean, I worry about stuff like that. We've got counties down here where things go very well, and we've got counties down here where the sheriffs are absolute tyrants. Yes, I do wear headphones at work. And you notice I don't wear headphones on the show because by the time I've already wore headphones for 4 hours at work, because I have them on a lot during the pre-show as well. After 4 hours of wearing headphones at work, my tinnitus is so bad that sometimes I'll be coming home and I got to turn my radio up on the way home. I'll put it on music and turn it up because the ringing in my ears is so bad. And so when I get home, I've got headphones. They're right here. I mean, I've got a good set of headphones right here. They're hooked up. I can listen to the show, and then I wouldn't have to turn my microphone down. But the truth is, I can only take so many hours of it. I'm intolerant to it. I've been wearing headphones for so many years that I've got tinnitus now really bad. And if you guys don't know what tinnitus is, it's a lot of different things, but it's a condition with the ears where you will hear loud ringing sounds at times of silence. When I walk into these new studios and these big submarine doors, I've never seen doors like this. Okay, these doors are so heavy you can hardly open them. And when that door seals behind you, you can hear the air. I mean, it's crazy. And when you're in there, the walls are 18 inches thick and the windows are multiple layers of thick glass. It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. And they did that because literally a plane could hit one side of the building and we won't know the difference on the other side. It's like literally we're right near the international airport. We are right on a highway with the emergency vehicles going by, Daniels Parkway, Gateway, with everything that's going on, you can't hear anything. And our TV studio has 2.5, 3 foot thick walls. I can't believe what they've done with that studio. It's absolutely amazing. It has an automatic door that you walk into a vestibule, and then once that door closes, the other door opens, and they're completely silent. And you walk in and you're in the TV studio. It's a trap so that no sound from outside that room will ever come in that room. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah, did you have a plan? Did you have to plan the show today, or did you do that last night? I'm not sure what you mean. If you're talking about this show, there was no planning. I just came on the air. I normally do some pre-show, and I normally have things ready and topics and stuff. Tonight, all from the hip. I got home 21 minutes before I took the air. So I've done nothing on this. As far as the show today at work, our fill-in host did most of his pre-show. And we kept it really simple. We had no sounds, no phones tonight. So it was really weird. Yeah. So I'll do quite a bit of pre-show with the host, depending on what host it is. If it's Trey, him and I both look for what stories we want to cover. We'll go through it and we'll kind of talk about all the different stories. If Kat's there, she'll obviously be there too. And we'll look through all the stories and everything, and we'll discuss them and this and that. And then I'll print. I print off prints for Trey because he, like Rush Limbaugh and a lot of other talent that's on radio, they like to have that tangible story in their hands so that the computer doesn't lock up and, I can't get to that page. You don't have that problem because you've got everything printed out on actual printed paper, which we still have there. We have printers there. I didn't even know we're paperless. My work is paperless. We do nothing in paper. Even your check is direct deposited. We don't do anything with paper. They don't hang up. They don't have a paper bulletin board. They don't have a pin board. They don't ever have boxes where papers would go in. We are 100% paperless, and we've been that way for like 6 or 8 years. But we do still have printer availability over in sales because they still need to be able to print up proposals and stuff. So anyway, that's how that goes. This place is absolutely huge. The small break room, which is right near radio, is nice. They've got a coffee maker there and a refrigerator and a sink, and it's a nice little break room with like 6 tables. Mama, are you okay? Well, you're freaking out. What are you freaking out about? She's playing with things. She's like literally playing. I like to see her. A 10-year-old cat plays. They feel good. You know, I like to see that. She must be feeling good tonight. Sweet little girl. All right, anyway. So anyway, let's see what we got here. Let's look at this Guthrie thing real quick. A federal law enforcement source has confirmed to Fox News Digital that Pima County Sheriff's Chris Nanos is blocking the FBI from obtaining key evidence in Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. I'd arrest that sheriff for obstruction. The evidence requested by the FBI includes a glove and DNA found inside Nancy Guthrie's Tucson, Arizona home, according to information. If you really wanted to find this woman and you really wanted to arrest and prosecute and get a conviction against the asshole that did this to her, okay, you would want the FBI lab to have that glove. You would want the FBI lab to be intrinsically involved here, because let me tell you something. That's the best lab in the entire world. Okay? There is no better crime lab than the FBI crime lab. There isn't. So if you're some Pima-ass county sheriff, why would you not want that glove analyzed at a place where, and they will give him the evidence from it, why would they not want him to, why would he not give that to the FBI and say, here it is, and sign it over to them, do it properly, and let them run the tests on it? They would not have a crime lab not anywhere close to what they've got there. She is absolutely. I want to show you guys what she's doing. She's over there. Do you see her on the right there? Look at her. She sees the skiers on the Olympics up there on the screen, and she goes up and attacks them when they're skiing. Watch. Here we go. She's literally watching skiing on the Olympics. My cat likes the Olympics, I guess. I don't know. I don't, but she does. She's watching the Olympics. It does sound like a small-time cop botched the case, doesn't it? But the Pima County's nothing to scoff at. That's a big place, so there's no excuse for that shit. I can tell you that right now. I'll keep that queued up in case she starts doing it again. She's like, literally she's watching the Olympics right now. Apparently she loves alpine skiing. Or what do they call it now? Inline skiing? I don't know, whatever they call it now. She ain't gonna do it as long as she's like a baby. As long as you're paying attention to her, she's not gonna perform. But that's all right. Oh wait, hey, we got an inflatable. Well, we got 2 inflatables out there now, and 2 protesters and 1 YouTuber. I think that's a riot, isn't it? I'm not sure. What are you doing, Mama? What were you doing over there? Huh? What's that all about? Oh, were you playing with the ice skaters? Huh? Oh, I know. Federal officials apparently have asked Sheriff Nanos for the items so they can be processed at the FBI's National Crime Laboratory in Quantico, Virginia, which I just said, that's the best crime lab in the world. Nanos has insisted on sending the evidence for testing at a private lab in Florida, according to the source. It risks further slowing the case and grows more urgently by the minute. The official told Reuters, citing unspecified earlier setbacks in the investigation. See, there's a lot of bullshit going on here between between the sheriff and the FBI. And I'm telling you, when your mother's missing, there is no time for these testosterone people to not be getting along and doing what's best for your mother. And I tell you, if I was Savannah here, I would be pissed. I mean, I know you can't yell at the cops when they're out trying to find her, but when this whole thing's over with, one way or the other, however it ends up, there needs to be a thorough investigation into this sheriff and why he has failed to cooperate with FBI and why he used a private crime lab instead of the best crime lab you can get in the entire world. And I would really like to know why. The Pima County Sheriff's Office is the primary investigative agency in the search for Nancy Guthrie, with the FBI only permitted to take part if requested by local authorities. So what's going on here? The official added that Pima County has spent roughly $200,000 on sending evidence to private crime labs in Florida with which the department contracts. Guess what? The federal crime lab is free, and it's the best crime lab in the world. So why are we sending this to some private crime lab? First thing I would do is check out if the sheriff or any of his family owns any stock in this crime lab, because I mean, something's going on here. This is bad. So yeah, that's crazy in itself right there. They spent $200,000 that they didn't have to spend, so they didn't use the best crime lab. That's just crazy. It's clear the fastest path to answers is leverage the federal resources and technology. Anything less only prolongs the Guthrie family's grief and the community's wait for justice, and the official said, according to Reuters. The revelation comes as signs of strife between the FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Office are beginning to surface as the search for Nancy Guthrie closes in on the 2-week mark. Earlier this week, the FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Office released surveillance footage of a masked suspect approaching Nancy Guthrie's front door in the moments before her disappearance. Nancy Guthrie vanished from her Tucson home in the early morning hours of Sunday, February 1st, and was reported missing later that day. The FBI upped the reward to $100,000 for any information leading to Nancy Guthrie's return or the arrest in the case. The Pima County Sheriff's Office did not immediately respond. They're not responding to anybody. They've clammed up. This is literally some local jackass sheriff that's a tyrant, and he's got his own little power trip going here. You know, and I love when he comes out and says, "We are working tirelessly." He says, exactly, this is his exact words, "We are working tirelessly to bring her back. We're working around the clock. We're working tirelessly." And then he leaves the press conference, takes off his uniform, and goes to a basketball game with his family. Just bad optics. We know you don't work 24 hours a day, but just bad optics, dude. Just bad optics anyway. They're saying that her medicine is vital, and that in itself may mean that this is going to end up being bad news. Like you said, they may have kidnapped her, and then 2 or 3 days in, she's passed away, and they're still trying to get money. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm not even 100% sure that any of these ransom notes are real. See, I thought Tucson and Pima was a pretty big county. I don't know. I didn't look at the demographics, but yeah, that's what we need to do is send ice out there. Isn't that right, Mom Kitty? Wow, you are purring like crazy tonight. See, this happens when I go to work at 3 in the afternoon and I come home at 7 at night. She don't act like this, but I left at 8 o'clock this morning, and I didn't get home till after 8 o'clock tonight. So she's a little bit. She's been 12 hours in here. She's a little freaky deaky. That's right, a little freaky deaky Mom Kitty. That could be too. I think it could be that they did whatever and then they went back because they figured they left some tracks or something behind. That very well could be. I wouldn't rule that out for sure. Oh, what's this? Oh, damn. All right, so that video's over. Let me take that out. The Minneapolis protest has ended, which I never saw a protest, but whatever. All right, guys, anything else, put it in the chat room. I'm getting ready to sign off in a few minutes. Yeah, so we're not talking about a little teeny place. I know it's not New York or anything, but it's still, this guy should know what he's doing. I mean, it doesn't seem like he's some podunk sheriff is what I'm trying to get at. He's not some podunk sheriff that protects 20,000 people out on the range somewhere. This is a guy that has, you know, 1 million plus in his area, and it's a big department with multiple levels and ranks. This guy should know what he's doing. Yeah, the protest, I'm telling you guys, these protests are done. I'm not saying they won't get started again when something else happens or whatever. Oh, you just about fell off, little girl, but I got you. You just literally about fell off, right off the table. You are crazy tonight. Now you're attacking me. What's the deal? What are you doing, crazy girl? What are you doing? Did you get into the catnip? She's climbing the ladder and just everything. I have a Michael Savage style about me. Well, I take that as a compliment. We carried his show for years. I don't always agree with Michael Savage, but a lot of times I did, and I like his style. Well, I'm getting ready to log out, Texas. Yeah, last night I was extremely ill. Today we had our last show this morning at the old building. I've been at the new building all day. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning. I just got home 21 minutes before the show took the air. And I haven't ate dinner, fed my cats. I'm still wearing my back belt and my pants and my shoes, and I'm just not very comfortable either. So, there you go. I don't play the lottery, but there's nothing wrong with it. A lot of people are talking about the other sister because she won't say anything. I agree it could be her, but I also want you guys to understand, being in radio, I realize that everybody has a very different tolerance level for having to speak on national television, for instance. I go on at night and I speak in front of 120,000 people, but I don't have to stare at them. But some people, knowing that 1 million people are going to be watching, 2 million, 5 million, if it's Fox News, 17 million, are going to be watching, and you're going to go on and you're going to make an ass of yourself. That's what people think. And so they won't. And even though her mother's missing and everything else, she probably just doesn't want to speak, and she feels that the other two are speaking well enough. So I'm not saying I'm defending her or anything. I'm just saying let's let that play out, because I really don't think that the other sister's involved. That's just my gut feeling, but I could be wrong. And her not speaking doesn't change my opinion. because I don't think that's necessarily a big deal. Her sister's a spokesperson, so I mean, why would she need to speak that much? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to defend her. I don't like people jumping too quick to conclusions, especially when it comes to kidnappings and family members, because first of all, kidnappings mostly just happen on TV or in third world countries. And number two, on TV, a lot of times it is a family member or a coworker or somebody. But in real life, it's a lot more likely that it's someone that thinks they've got a scam figured out and they're running it right now, a kidnapping deal. And so, you think the brother-in-law did it? I think that's probably a little more likely than the sister, but simply only just because of the situation. That's not really his mother. So I don't know. And I don't know him either. So, yeah, the Canadian school shooting. Yes, the follow-up is exactly what they tried to hide from you, but we're going to find out anyway. The shooter was a transgender. This is yet another mass shooting in a row caused by transgenders. It's kind of a joke we say at work, but it's like, we need to ban transgenders from owning guns. Boy, there's a twist, isn't it? I mean, you guys realize that like 10 of the last 15 mass shootings have been some person that's having sexual issues. They're transing, or they're taking hormones, or they've had a lopidectomy, or maybe they've had the addictomy surgery, or whatever it is, and they're having all kinds of mental issues and everything else. I'm telling you, there's a special place in hell for these people that talk juveniles into mutilating their body before they're old enough to make a value decision on how they need to live the rest of their life. Damn these people. And I don't say that very often, but damn these people. I'm sorry. When I think about it, my stomach starts hurting. I'm like, they hide. It could be your daughter. If you live in one of these liberal states, it could be your daughter. And you don't even know it's going on because the teachers and the guidance counselors and the shrinks and the doctors, they're all working together in these liberal states. And they're doing this shit to your daughter behind your back. That's the biggest problem I have with it. And finally, we're getting pushback in the form of litigation. Okay? We're a litigious society. And I'm telling you guys, we're going to fix this transgender problem. You want to know how? I kept thinking the law would fix it. I kept thinking the House and the Congress would fix it. I kept thinking the states would fix it through states' rights and state laws. None of that's happened. At least not in every state. Some states have just flat out outlawed it, like Florida. But a lot of these liberal states, they still have laws protecting doctors and protecting. But here's the thing. A lawsuit was just won by a detransitioner, someone who was talked into transitioning while they were still a juvenile by people in their life like teachers and guidance counselors and professionals that they look up to, and medical personnel and shrinks and doctors and all these people telling them, you think you're a boy? Well, then you're a boy. Let's get them titties off of there. What in the hell is wrong with us? They don't want you to own a gun till you're 25, but they want you to vote when you're 16. And they want you to have your boobs cut off when you're 15 or 14 or 13. They want boys to take estrogen and puberty blockers when they're 14, 13 years old. Do you know what that does to a body? I don't understand these people. And I'm telling you, there's a special place in hell for these people. Thank you, Heath, for getting me going on this. I needed something to rant about before I signed off. But I'm telling you guys, I hate these people. And I've never even had kids. What is wrong with these people? So finally, the first lawsuit's done. The very first one. And it is Preston setting. Okay? What we've got now is we've got our first case law. People been sued now, doctors, for transitioning juveniles. And the doctor lost. And so now we have case law. And now we're seeing a bunch more being filed. So we're going to end this transgender shit, at least most of it. You'll still be able to go to another country and get it, or go on the black market or in an alley. Of course, that's the same with everything. But we're going to pretty much end this practice here in this country. And you know how we're going to end it? Not with laws, not with statutes, not with law books, but with lawsuits. We're going to do this by suing the ass off of these doctors that mutilate children. We're going to do this like this, and that's how we're going to do it. It's disgusting, Matt. I don't understand it. I don't understand what's going on with these people. And yeah, I mean, I know my religious folks, you guys, where do you start with something like this? Holy crap. This just flies in the face of everything that religion stands for. And it, oh my God, God put you here as a certain sex. Now, who you have sex with, I don't care. I don't care. But when you start trying to change what God put you here as, you need to be plenty old enough to make a good decision there. You do. Am I saying they should outlaw all sex changes? No. Free country. Libertarian. You want to get the lopadick off of me? Go ahead and get it. You know? You want to get the addictomy? It's, it's a flay and so. Go ahead and get it. But I'm telling you guys, this should not even be discussed or offered to anybody under the age of 18. I don't care if you make it illegal for anyone under 21. I'd be fine with that. If you want to do it when you're an adult, go down there and have that sucker taken right off. Donate it to science or something. Actually, I think they actually cut it down the middle and they fold it down in and they make a hole and then they fold it and then they sew it all around so that it's like the outside is now the inside and that way you still feel something when something gets put in there, I guess. And then you got to keep widening that shit out for years. I read an article on this. It made me sick. I'm like, this is fucking mutilization. And if people want to mutilate their body, that's fine if they're an adult. But why are we enticing, not just offering, but enticing and indoctrinating children to do this? I don't understand. That's it. As an adult, you can get whatever you want. You want your leg cut off? You sign the right paperwork, take 30 days to make sure you're making a good decision, and we'll lop that leg right off. You're an adult. I think we should, if you want to kill yourself, for instance, okay, I'm fine with that. I want a 30-day cool down. I want some help offered. I want some things done to make sure. But if in 30 days we're sure and we've gone through the process, let it go. Bye. We'll see you on the next one. Maybe it'll work out better for you. Yeah. Heath knows what cranks me up. Yeah, because you know what, Texas, and that's a big point there. How do you know what sex you're going to want to be until you go through freaking puberty? You are sexless until you go through puberty. Puberty's what sets everything in motion. Puberty's what makes a lot of it happen. So before puberty, it's literally like making a really important decision about your car, but you've only got the first 3 pages of the owner's manual. I mean, you really need the whole story. You need to be able to understand it. And the only way to do that is to be through puberty and a sentient age of majority adult, and then counseling, and then decision making, and then get what you want done. Is that fair? I think that's fair, right? Just don't mutilate children. I have such simple rules. It's simple, right? Anyway, I'll never understand what people do. I just can't. I can't understand it. And most of this transgender stuff and a lot of the gay stuff and lesbian stuff, a lot of the queer and questioning and this and that and the other thing and the two-spirit this and the cow ass that. A lot of these people, okay, I'm telling you what it is. It's attention. These people go to these schools now and they walk into these schools and they are normal. They're typical. They're standard. And nobody pays them any attention. Everybody ignores everybody nowadays. Nobody likes anybody nowadays, except the biggest club on campus, the LGBTQIA2S plus club. Because when you join that club, you become special, very special. You become a special part of a special group where you're a special person that does special things with special people. And you're no longer normal, average, mediocre. Now, you're somebody. Look at me. I'm going to transition. I'm going to become something else. I'm going to take hormone blockers. I'm going to whatever. I'm put my balls in a vice, whatever it is they do. And I'm going to do all this because I'm da-da, yay. And they throw a big party and there's balloons and pretty colors and clowns. Tim Walls used to do these. Lots of birthday clowns there and all kinds of different. They'll get a Ferris wheel or maybe one of those big bouncy houses. Yay, she's gay. And they'll have this big thing. Woo, look at her. It's ridiculous, guys. It's dumb. But that's why these kids are doing it. And then once it's all said and done, once all the friends move away, once they're 23 and living in a trailer somewhere, once all that happens, okay, and life sucks and they don't have a job and their mama's taking care of them and all that, suddenly they've realized I've mutilated my body. I've got a bunch of tattoos. Now I can never get a job. I've cut my dick off. Now what do I do? And these people are upset. They're not happy with what's happened to their life, and I don't blame them. And if they have people to blame, like doctors and lawyers and all these different people, that guidance counselors and teachers and school staff and faculty and all the, if these people talk them into it, they have a lawsuit and they need to sue, and they've got recourse because these adults never should have done that ever, ever, ever. Pedal faster. I hear banjo music. Boy, you got that right. That always brings me back to the Deliverance, the movie Deliverance, a movie I only watched one time and consider it a good movie. Good job, Heath. It's all right. I needed to rant a little bit, and it kept me on a little longer. I needed to not just dip off tonight. I was so sick last night. It was one of those things where I called off, and I put a message out for you guys that I wasn't going to be on last night. And then right at showtime, I'm packing my stuff up to head inside and go lay down. And I suddenly start feeling better. And I'm like, and then I get the guilt trip. I'm so bad to myself. I'm like, oh, I could have went on. I'm not so bad. Maybe I'll go on. And so I put everything down and I started turning the lights back on. And then it's like, oh, shit. Oh. And it was like my guts, like somebody had just started twisting my guts like food poisoning or something. And I'm like, oh, and I started turning the lights back off again. And I went inside and all hell broke loose for like 2 hours. And yeah, I was praying to the porcelain god. Yes. And I missed you guys. I know I love doing this show. And I love being with you guys every night. I'm going to be doing, you guys, I'm working on a program right now for memberships. It's going to be down the road a few months. It's going to be really inexpensive. And I'm working on all kinds of perks. But one of the perks we're going to have, you guys are going to love this. Members, we're going to have a 2-hour Zoom meeting every month, and every member can come in with their camera and their audio. If you don't want your camera, then you can use a little creature or whatever they do. But, or you can put your picture up. I don't care. Whatever you feel comfortable with. But I want to do a Zoom meeting so we can all like have a big talk and a round table, and we'll hear everybody's opinion on stuff. And part of that, I want to talk about current events and everything. And part of that, I want to talk about coverage and the way I cover things and how we can do things better and differently, and bring you guys in as part of my executive staff, basically, and start having staff meetings and try to find better ways to do it. And my members will become basically my crew, my staff, my bridge crew, basically. It's going to be really cool. And like I said, memberships are going to be like $3 a month. It's not, I will never charge a lot of money. It's going to be some nominal amount of money that I can turn back into better programming. Yes, I can do that. I don't know where it is, but let me see if I can find it real quick. I think I got it right here. No. Damn it. What is it with ChatGPT lately? It locks up, it does all kinds of weird shit. I scroll up, I can't see nothing. It's very strange. But anyway, that's where my Discord server link is that I know of here. Oh, there it is. They put it in for you. Oh, that's funny. That whole Amelia thing. It's hilarious. Yeah, thanks for the link. All right, yeah, we got Discord. I got a website. I'm getting ready to redo some stuff over there. Once I get the memberships going, there'll be a portal there. It's going to be pretty cool. There's not much on the website right now, but it's starshipadventures.net, I believe it is. And it's just basically access to our videos and stuff. But eventually there'll be a lot more on there to see. So we're working on that. We're working on a website and that, and also merchandise. I've already got some merchandise started too. And again, it's going to be marked just above whatever the price is, because I just want my people to be able to get it. And the merch is going to be like, one side of the cup will be the Starship logo or whatever, and then the other side of the cup will be like the Trumpanol pills or something. I'm going to do a lot of like satire. I want to do a lot of satire. So anyway, we'll do that, and it'll be fun. All right, guys, I do need to mention tonight's sponsors. Tonight's sponsor of the show is Trumpanol. Trumpanol works for Trump derangement syndrome. Trumpanol, a medicine specially formulated so that you can deal with the bad orange man. Trumpanol, a great medicine for people who just can't seem to find reality or live in some kind of delusional state where they're out every night protesting like a bunch of anti-American idiots. So Trumpanol, try Trumpanol today, because Trumpanol will give you the peace of mind that you've needed for a very long time. And if Trumpanol is not strong enough, try extra strength Trumpanol, Maga strength Trumpanol. This shit is strong, and it will take care of you right away. Now, warning, if you're going to use extra strength Trumpanol, you do have to be careful. It will cause spontaneous patriotism. You'll suddenly start waving that flag right side up. It's absolutely amazing. I can't wait till you try Trumpanol. And if you overdose on it, you'll probably get a job or start a nuclear family. So some pretty good stuff there. And if you just can't keep food down, kind of like me last night, you can try Maga Strength fast-acting suppositories. These Trumpanol suppositories work very fast. You shove 2 up your ass and you'll be waving a flag in 12 minutes. It's pretty cool. You just won't find anything better anywhere else. This fast-acting suppository works quickly and will work all day and all night. And if you just put 2 or 3 of them up in there, again, you might be doing some of the things you never thought you would do, like start a family and get a job. So there you go. Try that. That's special Trump suppositories. And if they cause a problem back there, or maybe you lose another election, you need to try Butthurt Cream by the makers of Trumpanol. Butthurt Cream. When reality's a pain in the ass, Just apply butthurt cream liberally to your asshole, and next thing you know, the whole world will seem so much better. What about what you see? Are you seeing things you just can't deal with? I get it. I understand. Try Trump Drops. Trump Drops by the maker. I can't hardly talk today, guys. I'm just struggling through this read. You have no idea. Trump Drops by the makers of Trumpanol for when you can't believe your eyes. Just try Trumpanol Drops. And it says the use of this product may cause you to see clearly and actually know the truth for the very first time. So use them with caution. They might scare you what you see. And then what about what you hear? Well, try the new amazing MAGA ears by the makers of Trumpanol. MAGA ears, hear the truth for the very first time. Warning, use of this product may cause you to hear scary realities. That's mega ears, just a few drops, and all that shit goes away and you can hear the truth. So just try it today. That's MAGA ears. And what about women? I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you guys need a medicine sometimes too when it's that time of the month and you're trying to protest and you're having a bad day. I get it. It sucks. And so we've got a new product for that too. It's called MAGA Midol. MAGA Midol from the makers of Trumpanol. MAGA Midol makes America great again because it makes your uterus shut up for a few hours. That's MAGA Midol. Really, really cool stuff. And it will make you feel better about yourself. And in just a few short days, you'll want to go and get a job yourself. So that's really cool. That's MAGA Midol. What's really great is MAGA Midol. And are you not sleeping at night? Try Trump PM. Trump PM is a major, major breakthrough in science that now allows you to sleep as a patriot at night. You'll want blankets and pillows that look like American flags. You'll wake up at 3 in the morning and piss red, white, and blue. This stuff will make you feel so good, you won't know what to do with yourself. That's Trump PM. Go to bed an asshole, wake up a patriot. With Trump PM, it works every time. And a new product just coming out this week from the makers of Trumpanol. This is Trumpanol Overreaction Ointment. This ointment can be liberally applied anywhere on the body, anywhere that you feel exposure to Big Bad Orange Man. Or maybe you're chafing your thighs from all that walking back and forth in front of the ice center there. So Trumpanol Overreaction Ointment, just smear it on. It might help. You never know. And this works with rashes that are sometimes caused by useless protesting, losing elections, or running from the Big Bad Orange Man. That's Trumpanol Overreaction Ointment. Try it today. And what if you're having maybe a problem like I had last night, and it's all because of the Big Bad Orange Man? You know, we've even got something for this too. It's called Preparation Orange. Preparation Orange from the makers of Trumpanol. This stuff works really great. You just slather a little bit on up there, apply it liberally, of course, and next thing you know, your butthole will be making everything great again. Or does this make your butthole great again? I don't know. I'm not sure, but the fun part is you'll be all set when you switch to Preparation Orange. Preparation Orange from the makers of Trumpanol. And then finally, our best product that just came out, MAGA. Yeah, make your MAGA by taking MAGA, and it's going to be huge, all right, when you take MAGA, because MAGA works on your MAGA so that when you're ready to hit some, it's ready to go too. MAGA, get some today. Caution, could make you suddenly patriotic, could make you love America again, and hell, it'll make you go all night. That's the important part. Yep, it's really good stuff. Make your sex life great again with MAGA. It's going to be huge. MAGA. From the makers of Trumpanol, it says on the side of the box, it says, show her who is the commander-in-chief. And then below that, it says, if you throw it to her sometimes, maybe she won't be such a bitch at these protests. Oh, I make myself laugh. Anyway, that's the makers of Trumpanol, and that is MAGA. And you know what? You can buy all the Trumpanol products wherever delusional drugs are sold. CVS, Walgreens,
Radio Shack, and Buc-ee's. So you can get that anywhere you need to get it there. That is the complete line of Trump-and-all products from the makers of Trump-and-all. Trump-and-all. Stop being a delusional bitch. That's funny. That's funny, Deploribus. It's funny how things get going in the UK. They're a little tighter concentrated. Sometimes I think things get going a little easier over there. Oh, that's funny. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I try to do it once a night. It just takes about 6 or 8 minutes. I keep adding more products to the line of products there. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, the red, white, and blue sheep. I'll try to remember that. You know, I do all this from memory and what I read on the bottles. I don't have a script, so I literally do it from the hip. But I've been reading news copy and ad copy for so many years. I can make it sound pretty good when I'm not so tired. The crowd loves Trump and all. Yeah. I think they should crush it up in aerosol form and drop it over these crowds, but they said they can't do that. So, yeah, you gotta love the Trump and all. I don't know, guys. I'm seeing about 7 or 8 protesters out there. 6,000 more, and we'll have a riot. Yeah, I bet they did stop the game. All right, guys, last call. Anything in the chat? I'm going to be getting going here. I'm very tired. As I mentioned earlier, for those just joining us, I was very ill last night. Sorry I missed you guys. You know I'm on anytime my health can handle it. Programming note, tonight, we're almost at 2 hours, so I'm really not even going off early tonight. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be abbreviated show tomorrow night, and then live from Hamcation on Saturday. I plan to be at Hamcation all day, and I'm going to be going live quite a bit. You'll probably see some people you know. Carlotta Alata is going to be there from the Carlotta Alata channel, and also Joseph from Scuffed Radio is going to be there. Those are 2 of our cooperators here in this studio. And so, yeah. Texas, I'm already working on 2 more Trump and all medicines. So yeah, I love doing these. My AI makes the pictures for me and stuff pretty easily. I just have to come up with the ideas, and I think it's hilarious. I even have Grok help me with the ideas sometimes. I'll tell Grok, you know, give me some ideas for a medicine that's and it'll actually give me a bunch of suggestions. I don't normally use any of the suggestions, but it gives me ideas for other suggestions, and eventually I come up with the name I want to use. A tofu vegan Trump and all product is needed. Yeah, I could do something like Gastro Trump, and it would be like yeah. And I'm also working on a Trump Geritol, some kind of Geritol product that'll be like for old people, like so. If you're like 80 years old and you've got Trump derangement syndrome, this would be something like a dietary supplement for geriatrics that they could take to help them get through the Trump derangement syndrome. We got to take this seriously, guys. There's a lot of people inflicted by Trump derangement syndrome, and they might otherwise be good people if they weren't such delusional assholes. So I'm just wondering if, yeah, maybe we could get like TDS spray. Could you imagine that? The cops arrive 12 minutes after you sprayed the person, and the person's laying there going, I love America. Oh, it's so awesome. There we go. Icy hot. Oh, and we can play on the word ice, too. Yeah, see, I'll have to think of that, because I can come up with something funny for that, because icy hot has the word ice in it. So, of course, we could play off of that. Trump and all pepper spray. Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. And when you spray them,
it doesn't hurt. They just suddenly start becoming a patriot and chill out. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wind it out. I'm going to play a couple songs on the way out so you guys can close it up. And by the time I get done, it will be 11 o'clock, and I can officially say I put 2 hours in the can here tonight. For those of you who have never heard that before, when you put something in the can, that is an old movie. It's an old movie saying when they would get all done with something, a movie or a piece of a movie or whatever, they would put it in a metal can, and then they had a metal lid that went on it, and that was called putting it in the can. So at work, when they're like, what about that recorded segment? I would just say it's in the can. That means it's already recorded and it's standing by and it's ready to go. And so, yeah, I'm going to be, like I said, guys, tomorrow night, abbreviated show. Saturday night might be an abbreviated show, but I will be live quite a bit during the day on Saturday from Hamcation, the third largest. I think it quit. Is it working? Testing 1 2. Third largest ham fest in the country, located at the Orlando Convention Center, and we are going to be arriving there before they open in the morning. And I plan to stay. I'm driving my own car, so I can stay as long as I want, and I'm staying until they are closed. They close down and they tell me to leave. So it should be good. I got the gimbal. I'm going to be taking you guys on a tour. I'm going to try to do more interviews with the vendors about the radios and the equipment and stuff. And I'm also looking for some of my own equipment. I'm going to have a few $100s to spend. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a fun time. I'm looking forward to it. And there'll be a bunch of folks there. There'll be tens of thousands of people that come through this thing over the weekend. It's a huge ham event. And so I hope you guys will come by and check it out. Well, there you go. Let's see here. All right, guys. I guess that's going to be it. Let me get a piece of music queued up here because I'm going to go ahead and get the hell out of here. Ooh. Actually, I'll probably go right up here. All right, guys. I'm going to let you go. If anybody, like I said, just I'll leave the chat room on for about 10 minutes. I'll play a couple songs, and then we will be done for the night. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for an abbreviated show. Okay? We'll see you then. My name's Ian. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth. And we have been broadcasting live from my studio here in North Myers. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night right here on the Sights and Sounds of Earth. Have a good night, everybody.
Howdy, Minnesota mess makers with your fraud-filled fantasies. Time to roast the Somali scam that's bringing the state to its knees. Templeton Walls jazz hands himself, letting it fester for years, while billions vanish like magic, poof, amid the cheers and the tears from another dimension of deceit where truth's just a joke. These schemes are beyond belief, leaving taxpayers broke. Picture this absurdity, fake meals for ghost kids in the feeding our future scams. Somali run non-profits billing millions, who gives a damn? Autism therapy fraud, phony diagnosis for kickbacks galore. Parents getting payoffs while the state pays more and more. Daycare disaster centers with no tops inside, like the Leering Center, can't even spell it right. Healthcare heist, Medicaid money flowing like wine. Who's in for the homeless now? Just pockets they line. Gotta go, go. Templeton's jazz hands dancing slow. What a clown. Templeton news since 2018, but turned a blind eye. Fed the racism card, let the fraud multiply. Whistleblower silence, called bigots and worse. All funds funneled to terror groups, that's the curse. Executing embezzlement in charter school cheats, faking Romans, ghost students, endless receipts. Additional atrocities, money laundering rings, luxury cars overseas, what's the bling it brings? From evil parallel worlds where logic's on vacation. These irrational rip-offs defy explanation. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this fraud's gotta go, go. Jazz hands waving, but the truth's gonna show beyond belief. These Somali steals, justice rolling in on federal wheels. Nick Shirley's YouTube dropping the bomb. Viral video making them squirm like a prom. Waste of billions, waste of years, waste of our hard-earned cash. Tampon Tim, your legacy's trash. Oh, the hypocrisy's thick, like no kings then free dictators. But here it's walls dancing around the investigators. Gaze for harmless vibes, back in what kills their own. Somali fraudsters laughing all the way home. Unrealistic dreams of endless free rides, while real kids starve. Truth hides from universe where facts don't exist. These woke wonders persist and persist. Nick Shirley, the hero with cam in hand. Citizen sleuths exposing the grand scam plan. Over 90 charge, 85 Somali ties, 64 convicted, no more alibis. Feeding fake futures, housing phantom poor. Autism kickbacks knocking on justice door. Daycare doors locked, no kids to be found. The leering censor, absurdity unbound. Healthcare hustles, education on cons. Additional frauds like endless marathons. Tampon Tim's tenure up from fuel force. Jazz hands flailing, but the end's not sparse. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this road's gotta go, go. Tampon Tim's jazz hands stealing the show. Somali schemes beyond belief's edge. Justice coming like a sledge. Nick Shirley's light shining bright and true. Citizen journalism seeing us through. Waste of time, waste of lives, waste of the American dream. Walls is watch, what a scream. Illogical leaps, irrational raids on the till. Unrealistic rip-offs giving us the chill. Truth banished from the left, fraud filled feast. While the beast grows fat on the lease. More fraud uncovered, terror funds flow. Al-Shabaab cash from the taxpayer dough. Charter school cheats, Medicaid mocks. The list keeps growing, tick-tock, tick-tock. Jazz hands, walls, your dance is done. Justice rising like the morning sun. So here's to you, Somali scam squad, and Tampon Tim too. Your absurdity's epic, but the gig's up, boo-hoo. Nick Shirley's the spark, citizen fire igniting. Justice coming swift, no more hiding or fighting. Stay fraudulent fools, or better yet, face the music real. 6 minutes of cess, now seal the deal. Listen up, patriots from the mountains to the shore. This is a story of a man who settled the score. Donald Trump, the warrior, standing tall against the red, fighting communism's grip, keeping freedom ahead. He took a bullet for us, fist raised in the fight. Liberals hate him fierce, cause he's always right. Successful and strong, handling storms like a boss, kicking socialism's tail. America's gained their loss. He raised that mighty wall, 400 miles of steel, kept the invaders out. Made the border real, 7 million jobs blooming like fields in the spring. Unemployment crushed low, hear the workers sing. Tax cuts for the folks, no more chains on your pay, tips and overtime free. Lighten up the way, energy flowing free. Drilling deep in the ground, affordable fuel for all, turning greens upside down. Oh, Donald Trump, crushing a communist snake, making America razor blade, Genesis mission launching. Cancer's getting slayed, trade deals locked tight, tariffs hitting them square. No more endless wars, peace filling the air. Syria chains broken, freedom ringing out loud. Global alliance is strong, making tyrants bow. Western shield solid, security's the key. No room for socialists in this land of the free. Oh, Donald Trump crushing the communist snake, making America great. For heaven's sake, he took a bullet for freedom, stood up from the dirt. Liberals see and squirm cause it hurts. He's right, he's winning, handling every blow. From riots to fraud, putting on the show. God bless the USA, land of the brave and true. Trump's our guardian, red, white, and blue. In Minnesota, shadows, fraud running deep and wide. Somali schemes stealing billions, no place to hide. Tampon Tim dancing blind, letting crooks run the game, but Trump's calling them out, lighting justice's flame. Fake meals for ghosts, daycare doors bolted shut, healthcare highs bleeding us. Enough's enough, protests gone wild, anti-law fools in the street, banging pipes like cowards, facing defeat. You better snag that Nobel for peace, he's the man, bringing freedom worldwide, crushing tyrants' plan. From Iran's dark storms to borders under siege, Trump's kicking tail hard, turning page after page. Liberals despise him, cause he's spot on and bold, successful as thunder, breaking their hold, handling every curveball from fraud to the fight. Patriot hate thunder, lighting up the night. Dems crumbling fast, losing the working man's trust. High prices tumbling, their dreams turn to dust. Genesis health reforms, chronic ills on the run. Toxic dyes banished, victories one by one. No kings, hypocrites, cheering dictators' chains. Gays back in Hamas, twisted insane. Trump exposes the right, makes them look like the fools, fighting socialism's grip with unbreakable tools. Oh, Donald Trump crushing the communist snake, making America great. For heaven's sake, he took a bullet for freedom, stood up from the dirt. Liberals see then squirm cause it hurts. He's right, he's winning, handling every blow. From riots to fraud, putting on the show. God bless the USA, land of the brave and true. Trump's our guardian, red, white, and blue. Yeah, red, white, and blue. Forever true.
All right, everybody. My name's Ian. This is Starship Adventures, the sights and sounds of Earth, and we are signing off for tonight. This does conclude our broadcast day. We hope to see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. for an abbreviated version of the show, and then Saturday during the day for live broadcasts from Hamcation. We'll see you guys later. Have a good night out there. 7-3s. KO4 EFS. Signing off.
The sun.